Hi guys, we're back again. This is lesson 3 and we're going to do some trees and little bushes in the background here. That's my version right there. And we're going to do those now. I'm going to show you how to do those. So all you have to do is, I'm going to use the same brush that I used for the for everything else. The big old flat Bristol brush. And what I'm doing is, I'm putting some green, tapping the green, tapping into a little bit of brown, tap into a little bit of blue. I like to be more on the green side, so just make sure there's more green than there is those other colors. And all you're going to do is tap, 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 tap. Again, I do a lot of tapping in my paintings, so it's fun. So we're going to leave our tape on, okay? Leave our tape on. And then you're going to start either to the left or to the right. It's up to you. And you're just going to tap in some shapes. That's it. Tap, 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 tap. Same as you did with your clouds. Same as you did with getting your clouds highlighted. We're going to highlight these two. These are not going to be exactly the same as the other ones. We're just going to tap, 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 tap and get the shapes that you want. And add more paint when you need it. Tap, 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 tap. See, you get some, and if you just push in a little bit like that, look, you'll get some nice little trees in the background there. So blend your green, a little bit of brown, a little bit of blue, just to get the darker version of your trees right now, because we're going to highlight those. These are just getting some shapes of trees in the background there on. Okay, so just go right to the end, and you can have whatever kind. You just touch, 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 touch. You get some little things going on way back there, way back there. See, way back there. Now, make sure you got it all filled in there by your tape. Your tape is going to help you guide you so it doesn't go down underneath. Alright, so they're kind of nice. And like I say, you can take your time, because I'm doing the video, I have to sort of rush things. So when you look at this, you can take your time and look at it over and over again, and hopefully this will help you. And you can change it up whatever way you want. You want taller trees, bigger trees. That's up to you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to highlight those trees that we just did, and we are going to just clean our brush off a little bit. We don't need to wash it out or anything, just clean off some of it with a paper towel or cloth. And we're going to add some yellow to our palette. Here's some yellow. And what we're going to do is we're going to highlight. These are still a bit wet, but that's okay. So we're going to take a little bit of green that we used, and then we're going to take a bit of yellow and add that to it just to make it a bit lighter. Okay, and take that and tap it off here on your palette, just to see what it's going to look like before you put it up here. So just take like we do with our clouds, just take the very tips of those trees and tap on some of that yellow. Okay, so I don't have enough, so I'm going to put some more there so you can see it. And I'm just barely touching the canvas, so I'm just taking my time, and I'm putting on some yellow, a little bit of green just to brighten up your green, and a bit of yellow, and we'll just highlight the top, just the very tops of those trees, just right at the edges of those trees, just a bit of yellow and green. See, and that brings it out a little bit more. Alright, so if we have to go over some more again, that's good. We'll just do this again. Very tip. And I'm barely touching the canvas. I'm really being gentle with these trees. Alright. Just the very tips of those trees, and that'll make them stand out a bit better. So now take some more yellow. This time we'll take the yellow, just tap it off. It's a bit bright, so that's what we want. And down under here we're going to put in a few more little separate bushes. That's how you separate them, see? Just by coming down underneath, leaving the shadows in between. Something like we did with the clouds. Something, same basic technique. just put in your shadows first, or your underpainting, okay, which is what this was. And then you do the very tips of your clouds, very tips of your trees with a lighter color. And then there's some shadows darker up there, so you go under the darker, and then you separate your trees into little, maybe some little bushes down here like that, see? And that will separate them. So you can do a few of those in there, underneath there. So come underneath your trees, and that will separate them a little bit. There we go. Nice little yellow bushes down there somewhere, or maybe even a smaller tree. Maybe that's what's going on, a smaller tree. Okay, see, pretty simple. That's simple as pie. Now I'm craving for pie. Okay, so that's kind of cool. I like that. Now, what we're going to do next is I'm going to show you. Put your brush back in your water. I'm going to show you how to make some little sticks and tree trunks. Because these are pretty far away, we're not going to be able to see a lot of detail. But for now, I'm just going to show you. You can use a very thin brush, but this is a fairly easy way. This is my little toothpick. And all I do with this is, while the paint is still wet, I'm just going to pull out some of these little tree trunks and little sticks and things. So you can do that. And that makes it easier. I found with a brush it's kind of hard to keep your hand steady so you can get these little skinny twigs. And, okay, so you just make a couple here or there just to look like it's trunks in your trees. Okay, so pretty simple technique, you know, makes it a little bit easier. I try to make my techniques as easy as I can for you. That way you get started, you feel like, you know, you accomplished something, and then you want to move on to more harder techniques, then you can do that when you're ready. At least this way you're encouraged to know that you can actually paint. You probably didn't even know you could paint, or maybe you've been painting for a long time and you're looking for some new tips and tricks, something a little easier. I think a lot of people like to get their painting finished faster and not take months and months and months to do something because the techniques are so difficult. So these little techniques will help you get started. And there you go, you get a few little, even if your paint dries, you should be able to pull out some of these. Okay, that's so nice. There we go. So now we have our little trees and bushes in the background. So I'm going to leave this as that so you can work on those. And then when you get that done like that, and you're happy, take your tape off. And then we'll get ready for our next video. Now, I had a bit of bleeding. That's what they call bleeding. That's no problem because we're going to be doing something down here. I still don't have what I'm going to do there yet, but I will announce it for you in the next video. And hopefully that helped, and I will talk to you soon. See you in the next video.